Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with a video related to a new company as of late, Roblox. This company has just basically gone public. They are an interesting company in what they do. They are picking up some steam. Analysts are starting to cover them. And so that's what this video is about, is we're going to take a look at some information around Roblox, kind of look at what their business model is, look at what the analysts think that this stock is going to do in the near future, long term. I'll give you my opinion what I think this stock's going to do, and that's overall what we're going to just be discussing in this video, all things Roblox. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and would you please do me two huge favors? Subscribe to this channel, my channel, this one right here, you're on. Kidding. Not kidding. Subscribe, hit the bell notification if you like the content. If you want to see more from me, I release at least one video a day, if not two sometimes. And please drop a like on this video if you're getting value out of it. I would greatly appreciate it. Basically dropping a like on it, and if you didn't know this, helps the whole YouTube ranking thing, helps the channel, helps me out. I would sincerely appreciate it if you would do that if you're getting value from this video. So let's do this and let's go talk and look at what is going on with Roblox and see if this is a good stock or not, because that is my goal, real simply, is to help you understand and identify stocks and ultimately make more money from them. That's what I care about, helping you make more money in the stock market. Let's go do it. So taking a quick look at their chart, you can see that today the Nasdaq's up about 7 points. Actually, about 5 minutes ago, it was down about 15 points, so it's come back just a little bit. So we're having pretty much a flat day. Roblox itself is down 53 cents today, 0.74. If you look at kind of a 5-day trend, 5-day it's up 8%, $5.30. So yeah, kind of looking at like right here, we had April 1, 67, and then we got a nice little spike, and we've seemed to be staying very consistently kind of in this $70 range. It looks like might turn out to be our resistance support level. Not quite enough data really to tell us that yet. You can see we're moving up and down quite a bit. Actually, I take that back. So from 76 was like our high right there. So March 17th, dropping down there to on March 18th to 67, and then kind of again testing down that 60. I'm just looking at this right here, you guys. I don't look at these beforehand, so I'm kind of looking at this as we see. So we're a little bit volatile. We're moving around from about from our peak, obviously there, to about $70 again. 64 as our low on March 24. Yeah, that was kind of during some red days on the NASDAQ, things like that. So again, kind of bounced up there. So I would say that now, if you look at kind of last 5 days like we just looked at, but now it looks like we might have a little bit of an potentially be established a support resistance level somewhere in this $70 range. So that's kind of how we're looking at maybe going up from there. Okay, so let's take a look real quickly at why Roblox could still be a buy even after obviously the IPO. Okay, now the IPO, for those of you guys following this, you know that this stock popped about 50% on its opening day, and because it came out at an initial listing price of $45 per share. So overall, I want to show you and kind of talk to you about why this is still potentially a good long-term buy. You guys know that that's what I care about. I care about long-term buy, hold, growth stocks, things of that nature. I think that this platform and overall what their business model does is extremely intriguing, and I think that this is a very good potential long-term stock. They've got a tremendous amount of users using their platform every day. Their platform is extremely sticky. What I mean by sticky is every time I go on video, I start getting itches. What I mean by sticky is that their users come back day after day after day. Their users are kids. Actually, they really target kids 13 and below. Okay, my son, who just turned 13, actually used this platform and played on this platform back in the day, back a year or two ago, so before the company went public. So I am familiar with these guys as an end user, And I do understand it because he was on it day in and day out and day in and day out. Did I say day in and day out? I'm going to say it again. He would use this thing all the time. Okay, so why it's still a buy after its IPO fevers dies down. Okay, I apologize. This is allergies, and it literally wasn't bothering me until I go on video. That's what happens when you're doing live video. Okay, so why it could be still a buy after its IPO fever has died down. Okay, so the question is right here. Can this momentum be maintained for investors in Roblox stock over the longer term? I actually think it can, okay? There has been analyst coverage initiated on this stock as of 2 days ago. There's 3 or 4 more analysts that have started to cover it. All of them are rating it as a buy. So I think that the long-term prospects of this company, this platform, this technology is extremely good. Okay, so their core business model is intriguing to investors in Roblox stocks. Okay. So the company, if you don't really know what they do, this is what they do. They offer a free online platform in which users can develop their own video games. Okay, my son developed some. It was kind of cool to watch him do it. Roblox suite of tools provided by Roblox Studio allow for this and have become an integral and intriguing driver for user growth of this platform. Their target market, as I've already mentioned, is kids under the age of 13. These games are often quite simplistic in nature. However, Roblox market is not small. I've already given you a glimpse into it. I think it's 37 million daily users. Crazy. Okay, right here. Average of 37 million users come to Roblox every day to connect with friends. Okay. Among these daily visitors, the company notes approximately 32.6 million are daily active users. That is an incredibly high number, okay, of users on the platform. Okay, additionally, 8 million developers, 8 million, think about that, 8 million developers. That is an incredibly high number. I mean, that when I saw that, I was blown away by that number. I had no idea that 8 million developers are providing user-generated 3D digital worlds on the platform, which is new entertainment for its target market. Okay, so they've got the daily visitors, the kids themselves that can develop their own, worlds and things like that, and then they've got 8 million developers. Okay, all of which is a tremendously interesting scenario from an investor standpoint, for future growth. So additionally, the company's revenues grew by 82%, and daily active users jumped 85% year over year. Growth has accelerated over time, and daily users appear to be sticky right now. I've already mentioned very sticky. Sticky means that they come back, that they're there every single day. That's what sticky means. If you didn't know that, now you do. Okay, so the company is quick to note that it is losing money. Roblox booked a net loss of $253 million this past year despite its aforementioned earnings growth acceleration. The company's net loss has grown from more than threefold over the past year despite falling during the 2018-19 period. Now, if you stop there, the picture looks very bleak, okay? But there is an interesting scenario we want to look at here, okay? So, why investors are getting excited about Roblox stocks. Okay, Roblox story right now is really one about free cash flow growth. Okay, so indeed for high growth names like Roblox, it is generally accepted that growth won't be profitable up front. We all know this, right? Every single company that's gone before it, this is how it rolls. Investors will need to be patient and accept the idea that higher growth generally means less profit early on. This is where taking a look at free cash flow growth comes into play. In the case of Roblox stock, the numbers look very good. Okay, Roblox provided investors with $411 million in free cash flow this past year. That's on revenues of only $924 million. Okay. Additionally, this incredibly high cash flow number in 2020 eclipsed 2018 and 2019. In those years, the company's pulled in free cash flow of only $35 million and $15 million. So that free cash flow went from 35, 15 respectively to 411. Okay, insanely high free cash flow growth. Oh, sorry about that. Apologize. So why free cash flow is important here is because it represents a truer picture of the unit economics and operating leverage Roblox provides. Free cash flow is ultimately what will be reinvested in the future to provide growth. Accordingly, it's a key lever investors need to assess when projecting out longer-term growth rates for Roblox stock. Okay, so I thought this was a very interesting article, pretty short piece of info, but I wanted to bring it to you because it really does two things very, very well. It explains the company's core business, and it explains free this free cash flow scenario that applies to the Roblox stock, which ultimately to me is positive on both sides. At a current pricing level of, and it just actually dropped a little bit. Now it's dropped a little bit more from what we're talking. So we're in $69 range. Again, we seem to have that kind of baseline of high 60s, low 70s is maybe our support level. I think that you need to kind of watch this a little bit to see if you're thinking about investing, is this $69, $70 kind of your support level, and can we start to see trends up from there. Okay, but ultimately, remember things that I told you is that this company has 37 million active users, 32.6 of them return every single day. That is an incredibly high number. 8 million developers developing content for the platform, and this exceedingly high free cash flow growth is all positive in the long term for this stock. Let's real quickly before we wrap up take a look at, I don't know why it always throws it up there. I'm a paid member of this. It's always trying to do that. Okay, let's take a look at what the analysts think. The analysts have this projected at an $80 price target from April to April. Okay, so I think it's a little early to kind of see what this number looks like because we don't have enough data yet, really. I mean, we simply don't. We don't have enough data yet. But I want to get this video out to you guys because there's a lot of interest and a lot of, there's a lot of interest in Roblox, okay? But you can see that we've had every single guy, every analyst here, I don't know if they're all guys, no, they actually are all guys. Every single analyst has got a buy rating with a lowest being like $78 target. One of them's got an 85, but we've got 4 analysts picking up in just the last 2 days, okay? So this is, now whether you like analysts or not, that's not really, that's your choice, right? But I think it is one data point to consider and kind of what their projections are. So we've got a total of 5 analysts covering it, projected at $80 within $80 price target within 1 year. That's a 14%. That's a 14% plus upside potential number. So I think that the jury's still a little out on this. I am bullish on this stock. I think that what their numbers are showing is that this could be a very, very good long term. I'm going to continue to watch this stock. I'm absolutely going to continue to watch it. I'll bring you more information because I think that there's a very interesting play here. So a few final thoughts. Again, I think I've kind of really covered one of the main things I wanted to tell you, but I do like this stock. I personally got to see my son and his friends play with this platform and kind of build their little worlds, environments and stuff, and how they were excited about all this. So I was an end user. I personally got to see this, and so the cool thing is I think that the company is on the right path. I am extremely bullish on this company. I'm personally not going to get stock in it quite this second. I am going to continue to watch it. I want to get a little bit more data to see kind of what our support levels are. But I think if the NASDAQ continues to trend in the right direction, I think we could see a breakout on this, especially if we get some positive good news. Really, the news around the stock right now is just the analyst coverage being initiated. If I see any interesting articles or any interesting information, I will of course bring it to you. But I do firmly believe in this company's business model, their core market being 13-year-old and younger. The high sticky rate, 32.6 million daily active users, 8 million developers developing content. All of that adds up for an extremely positive user base experience, as well as free cash flow growing insanely high. What was the number? I think it was 35 and 18 for respectively, up to 400 plus million in free cash flow growth. So that tells me that the overall experience for the consumer is very positive. The consumers are spending money, all of that kind of stuff. And I think that this is a good stock. And I think that this is one that I very quickly could look at picking up some shares at. I'm going to get a little bit more data, but I am bullish on this. I think that their numbers are very good, and let's just continue to see how they play out. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. And if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel, and consider please dropping a like on this video if you got value out of it. I'll see you. Take care.